Okay, good morning, good morning, everyone. Trust we are doing all fine and great. I'd like to know if you can hear me. Please do well to use the comment section so I can know if you can hear me. Good morning and welcome to RTY Schools Conference. And today we are starting with our business and personal branding. And the person who will take us is no other person other than Tenacious Precious. Okay, so let me know if you can hear me. Do well to use the comment section. Okay, welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, I need to be sure everyone can hear me and we will start. Okay, so we are starting right away. Precious, can we? Let's start. And some people are online already, so they should get to join us very soon. Or they should join immediately. Precious, can we? Okay, so just a little introduction. This is the third skill we have on our RTY Skills Conference. We started with social media management last week. Yesterday, we started with video creation, and today we are moving on to business and personal branding. So, this is happening today, Saturday by 10 a.m., and the second session we hold tomorrow, Sunday by 7 p.m. The video creation that started yesterday evening by 7 p.m. will continue this evening by 7 p.m. So please don't confuse the time and make sure you are here on time. Okay? And please do also use the comment section if you have any inquiries, if you have any question, if anything is not going well on the YouTube hand, let's just know so that we can resolve all. Okay. Yeah, so for those who really don't know our YouTube channel, I'm just going to introduce again. This is Redefined Teens and Youth YouTube channel. Redefined Teens and Youth. And you are youth group that is very passionate about youth development and then will provide a safe platform for youth to freely express themselves, express their fears, their failures, their successes, and then preparing the next generation for leadership roles. These are our YouTube channel, so if you have not yet subscribed, please do well to subscribe and put on the notification bell so that you get to know when we have new videos, new offers for you. And then do us follow us also on our Instagram page at Redefined Teens and on our Facebook at Redefined Teens. If you have any um, inquiry, you can send to us on our mail at redefinedteensandyouths@gmail.com. And if you want to join our WhatsApp group, do well to just send a message to the WhatsApp number there in the description button. Okay, yeah, we're almost starting. Oh, I think there's an issue with Precious's network, but that's fine. Please do well to introduce yourselves. We'd like to know where you're joining us from. you're joining from Nigeria, if you're joining from Ibadan, if you're joining from Lagos, if you're joining from US, if you're joining from Canada, if you're joining from anywhere, just like you to introduce yourself briefly, and then we start. Redefined Teens and Youths is actually a group that whose headquarters is in Lagos, but we have members from other countries too. Lamide is from US. I am presently in Brazil. We have people from Port Harcourt, from Lagos, from Oshun, from different parts. So you are welcome to our group if you're just joining us. So if this is your first program, joining us. Okay. Precious will join us soon. She was here, but she has network issues. But she'll join us very soon. Okay, just yeah. How was your night? Hope you are doing fine and great today. Hope you slept well. Hope you're not like me. Okay, but hope you slept well. Okay, and happy weekend to everyone. Okay, almost starting. Almost starting. Almost starting. Yeah, 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 yeah. Almost starting. Once Precious joins, I think she has issues with her network, but once she joins, we'll start. Yep, 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 yep. Okay, 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 okay. Let me sure. Can see my screen. I want to know if you can see my screen. Okay. So we actually brought up our skills conference for a basic reason, and the reason is that we want our youths to be globally, globally relevant, and we are realizing your journey into being a person that is of more value. And that was one of the reasons why we actually put together these 5 skills. So we came up with LinkedIn optimization. If you are a person who has a dream in the professional field, you want to become a professional, you're not just going to be on LinkedIn for being on LinkedIn sake. You're going to be on LinkedIn and then do the things you need to do and get the opportunities that you need to get there. And that's one of the reasons why we have invited Ola Dotun Ajayi. Dotun has over 22,000 followers on LinkedIn, so you know that it isn't we are dealing with speakers. So it would actually take us on LinkedIn optimization, how to go about your LinkedIn page, how to put yourself out there, how to put out your content, and how to activate. And then we have business and personal branding, and we invited Precious. Precious is a guru in storytelling, in competitive world, and our content are superb, and that was one of the reasons why we invited her. She's also into video content creation, and I'm very sure she will also talk a bit about that in our business and personal branding. So if you have a business, this is just a session for you. And then if you're a person who wants to put yourself out there, you want people to know the value you have to offer to the world, this is just a session you should not miss. You knowing how to sell yourself, you know how to put yourself out there, you knowing how to connect with people, and letting people know the value you have, and then they're connecting with you on the necessary basis, right? And last week we had our session on social media management, and concerning social media management, we had Taiwo Lamina took us on a very interesting journey on social media management. We had It talked about different social media platforms, how to navigate them, and then how to make the best use of them. Okay, because many people just have Instagram, or let me say, people just have social media platforms without knowing how to use them. Took us also on marketing, digital stuff, how to get pictures, how to get videos, what each platform is used for. You just need, if you've not gone through this, please do have to go through it. The fact that you registered for the conference means that you have a play to all the sessions. So do have to go through and then consume those information, consume the knowledge again, and most importantly, put these things to work. Then we've also started our video creation. I started that yesterday. We'll continue today. I can actually use your phone, your smartphone, to create amazing videos. Okay, for yourself, for your business. And then next week we'll have a graphics design, which will also be very very super. Just here, I'd like to see you, and I'd like to know if you're set. Hi, Precious. Think she has network issues, but that's still fine. Please make sure you don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on our Instagram and Facebook pages, as you would get to know our amazing things that are coming up. And yeah, we are here to have an amazing. Can you? Is everything set on your, yeah? I just want to be sure that, okay. Okay. Yeah. Welcome, Tenacious Precious. It's so nice and so great to have you with us. Welcome to the Redefined Teens and Youth Skills Conference. And we know that we'll definitely have an amazing time taking us on business and personal branding. I'm going to read your profile on time quickly before we start, as that is very important. Okay, so who is Tenacious Precious? If you've ever thought of a person with a mix of creativity, passion, and tenacity skilled in brand storytelling and strategy, video content marketing, and public speaking, okay, then you would be surprised when you meet Tenacious Precious. Tenacious Precious is conquering the world, a story at a time. She believes data driven content marketing and storytelling has the power to change the world because they can completely change consumers' perception, turn them from scroll through customers into die-hard fans, and boost sales. And I remember projects at the Orange program, right? Or the Orange company. Okay, she has a year experience in brand management and schooled in the best brand school in Africa, Orange Academy. Yeah. And she also has over 3 years of experience in video content creation and marketing. Okay, so if your company struggles with how to communicate with its brand and how to clearly communicate or how to clearly tell your story with consistency, then Tenacious Precious is the one your brand has been looking for all its life. Okay, and she's also a die-hard fan of dramas. Okay, so it's safe to say she's an hopeless romantic. So welcome, Tenacious Precious to R2Y Skills Conference. And going to the word is welcome, Precious. It's nice to hear you. Trust you are
Yeah,
doing
thank
great.
you very much. Yes, I am. I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
Yeah, it's so nice to have you. So you have the
Thank
floor.
you. Okay, so good afternoon. Sorry, we're still in the morning actually. So good morning, everybody. How do I know how many people are here? Because I'd like to have an interaction with them. How do I know how many people are here? How many people are watching? Because I want to ask a number of questions. Imiko, how would I know? Because I can't see. I can't see. So if you can hear me, just put it in the comment section or whatever. If you have the comment section, just put it there so that I can move on. I can start. So today we're going to be talking about personal branding. That's like our major focus for today, personal branding. And before we move on, I have two questions for you. I want you to tell me your name, what you do, and lastly, if you're an animal, what animal would you be? Let me know in the comment section. So your name, a fun fact about you, and if you're an animal, what animal would you be? So when we do that, we'll move on. So for me, I would if and my name is Tenacious Precious, and a fun fact about me is that I love Korean dramas a whole lot. So it is very safe to say that I am an hopeless romantic. You can say that. And then if I was an animal, I would most likely be a squirrel because squirrels are charismatic, they are fast achievers, they have energy just like me. So like that, and if I was an animal, but I'm not an animal in Jesus' name. Amen. As an animal, that's the animal that I would be. So I would like to know what comes to your mind when you hear these people like um Messi, like Ronaldo, like Salem King, like Cotti, like Seth Godin. What comes to your mind? Let me know in the comment section. Because if you notice, people, all of the people that I've mentioned are people that have successfully built personal brands. If you look at Seth Godin is a god in marketing. If you look at Cotti EO is a god in filmmaking, content creation. Let's even talk about Salem King and many other very popular creators. Even Gary Vee is known in the content creation space. All these people have successfully built great brands, successfully built great personal brands, and that's what I'm going to teach you today. I'm going to basically share the experience and my own experience so that you can know how you can build a personal brand as in whatever career or whatever path or whatever niche you decide to. So first off, what is branding? A lot of people think, oh, branding is has to do with logo. How does my logo look? How does my design, the outline of my Instagram, how does it look? What is my tagline? What all of those things? But that's false. Branding is a lot much more than that. Branding has to do with people's perception about you. How when people think about you, what's the first thing that comes to their mind? So let's dive into a company or into companies or into brands. Let's assume when you hear Apple, what comes to your mind? When you hear which other great brand is coming to my head? Like when you hear Kellogg's, what comes to your mind? When you hear different, so that's actually what branding is. You know what? When they hear Apple or when they hear iPhone, what comes to your mind is a sense of class, the sense of it's a brand for people that think differently, people that are just different, people that want to do things differently. So that's like what branding is for Apple. Do you understand? That's what branding is for Apple. That's what it is. And so basically, branding is perception, like I said earlier. How do people see? What's people's opinion about you? When they see what comes to your mind, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Alright. Sorry. For example, when you hear Salem King, the first thing that comes to your mind is content creation. When you hear Enioluwa, the first thing that comes to your mind is food, because that's what he does. That's what he has been able to build his brand around and about. Okay, so perception. I'm going to read the definition of perception because I kept mentioning what perception is and all of those things. So now I want to read the dictionary meaning of perception. Perception is simply that which is detected within consciousness as a thought, intuition, or deduction. Good. Okay. I'm seeing a comment. Okay, that's fine. So, the beautiful thing about branding is that you can actually, I mentioned earlier that branding is perception. So you can actually shape how people think about you or what comes to their mind by the way you communicate, how you communicate it, and the story that you decide to tell. So it's people that can actually shape people's perception about you, and that's what branding allows you to do. That's what personal branding allows you to do. And whether I like it or not, personal branding is super important because it helps you build your career. It can open doors for you. And when people think that personal branding is just a lot of popularity, or is a lot of very shallow and mundane and very boring thing. But really, personal branding is very, very important. It's very important in your professional career. It's very important because it actually builds trust. When people see that you are still building credibility in a space, maybe in the tech space. For example, people trust you, trust your decisions, they trust your opinions more. So yesterday, for example, you are building a personal brand around tech and tech products. People know that if I need to get a system, I need to look for this person's opinion on this particular system so that I can actually inform my own decision on whether or not I will buy the system. Do you understand? Perfect. I'm seeing a comment. Okay, that's good. So um there are two very, very important things that you need to build a personal brand. Very important. I like to call it the personal brand cocktail because it's a creative mix of two very important things. First thing, you need to build a beautiful personal brand. They are very important, like a cultural part, because number one, you are different, you are unique, God made you. It's something that you have that other people do not have. It might seem like everybody's the same, but trust me, there's always something different about you. Maybe it's the way you do things, the way you edit your videos, the way you carry yourself, the way you think about yourself. There are different things. They're just different for every other person. That's the first thing. The second thing you need to do is you need to have a story to tell. What is the story you want to tell? What's that message you want to tell? What's that thing? You want to talk about your experience in tech, or what story do you want to tell? Like basically, those are the two things that I need first before to be able to build a personal brand. So personal branding actually helps you position yourself as a leader. Like I said, I think I mentioned that earlier. it builds credibility, it builds trust. So when people think about you, or when people think about a particular thing, for example, they think about tissue, they're thinking about something, or they're thinking about somebody else. You should be able to create top of mind awareness with your personal brand. So I'm going to mention like a few steps that you need to take so you can be the personal brand in this 2023, because you know that it is very, very, very important. I cannot emphasize how important it is. So I'll ask you like a very interactive session. So I'll be asking you some questions. We'll do some exercises together, basically. So the first one we'll be doing is okay. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, now.
Okay, okay, can hear you now. Okay, that's perfect then. So we're talking about the steps to build a solid personal brand in 2023, because that's earlier. It's very, very important. The first thing to do is to figure out yourself. Know yourself, like do a lot, not a bit, a lot of self-awareness exercises. Know yourself, know your strengths, know your weaknesses, know what you want to do best, know what people compliment you on most. Just know yourself and know yourself very, very well. And unfortunately, in this era that we are in this social media era, people are not there's not enough time, or people do not see it as necessary to know themselves, because people are spending a lot of time on social media, people are doing other things, they don't really know, and they're focusing on other people's lives rather than focusing on their own lives. So at this point, it's very, very difficult to do a bit of self-awareness or a lot of self-awareness, but you have to do it to build a very successful brand. So I feel like take out time, reflect. What are the things that I am good at? So you're looking at what are the things I am very good at. So I'm basically doing a SWOT analysis. What are the things I'm good at? What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? What people compliment me on the most? What can I do without while sleeping? Or what can I do without flinching? What is the thing I can do very well? Just write a long list of all your strengths. You can ask your friends for help. Let them tell you, oh, what these are your strengths, or these are things that you are very good at, very good in. And then you write them down. Very, very important. You write your weaknesses, the things you know that you're not so good at, the things you know you're struggling with, the things you know that you can be better at. Write it down. Very important, because you have to know yourself and know yourself well. Then you have to write your opportunities. How do you think you can showcase yourself more to the world? How do you think you can be better? How do you think you can be a strong personal brand? It might be, oh, the opportunities I have is the fact that we have social media is an opportunity for you, or the fact that you might have access to mentorship is an opportunity for you, or the fact that you have very good friends that can help share your content is an opportunity for you. We're not talking about the threats. We're talking about the things that can actually threaten your strengths, things that might prevent you from showing up or showing up as you should. So that can be NEPA. Maybe you need to create content on live video content, and then personally, and then there's no light, or where I take the video content, the takes lights. That's the threat. It can be a character that you have. Maybe you don't have enough confidence. That can be threat to your success. So all of those things, write it down, make a long list of it, write it down, and then do this frequently so that you can actually improve those areas of your weaknesses and know your strengths too. Very, very important. Then the second thing that is super important is know the story you want to tell. What story do you want to tell the world? What do you want to focus on? Like, for example, I'm in the stage where I am testing. I like to comment. I like to say that I am in the testing waters phase. I have a number of things. I can do a lot of things, and sometimes it's difficult to know which place I should niche down on, or which industry I should niche down on, because I love video editing, I love videography, I love public speaking, I love branding, I love marketing, I love communications. I love a number of things. So sometimes it can be difficult to know the story you want to tell. But because it's a personal brand, like it's very okay for you to test waters, try different things, try building creative content around different issues that you love. See the one that you fall in love with the most, or see the one that you love the most, and then from there you'll be able to niche down as time goes on. But it's okay to test the waters. It's okay to try out different things, or say, oh, and it's okay to even put a content on, oh, I am still figuring out life, I don't know how I'm going to start, I don't know very is what okay, I don't know whether I know Jimeji. Meji is a Christian creative, so he has a lot of he's multi-talented, he's a multifaceted creative, so he can do a number of things. He can edit videos, he can do graphics design, he can do podcasts, he can do a number of things. And what he did was like he tested the water, like he tried out different types of content. Not just because of one that say, oh, let me die here, or this is what I think is the best content for me. He tried out different things, and then at the end decided the best content to go with or the best one to go with. So it's okay to test the waters. It's okay to not have a niche at the beginning because like yeah, you guys are still very young. You still have like a whole year. You still have like a whole life ahead of you. So don't rush things. Take it time. Take it one step at a time. So just know the story you want to tell. That's the second point. Then third point, your target audience is very important. Who do you want to serve? Who are people that you're creating content for? There's no way you tell me that, oh, I'm creating content for anybody that wants to see. Trust me, that's a recipe for disaster. Saying that you want to serve everybody, it is not going to happen. Like you're going to be deceiving yourself a whole lot because when you're serving everybody, you're definitely serving nobody. Because no group of people have the same psychographics or they have the same behavior. People are different. So it's very important you create a target audience. And when I mean I don't mean age wise. When they hear target audience, what comes to their mind is oh, I'm looking at within the age bracket of 59 and 60, or put within the age bracket of 7 and 25. Target, know your target audience is way more than that. It has to be their behavior. For example, you can be like, oh, I want to create content or for people that want to feel young and energetic. Trust me, youngness or youth is not only in age. It's not only when somebody is between the ages of 10 and 30, they are young. Youthfulness has to do with like there's something called the youthfulness of the mind. So you can be 70 and still feel young. That person will actually be able to relate to your content because you're creating content for this particular group of people. That's people that feel youthful, people that are energetic. Do you understand? So have that type of target audience rather than the normal demographics. Oh, this is the age I'm working out. This is this I'm working on. Or I can be like, oh, to be creative for okay. This I came across. I was scrolling through LinkedIn like recently, and I came across a guy. I forgot his name. I really like the content he was creating because he was creating content for non-techies. Basically, it was simplifying all the bogus, all the jargons, all the technical jargons, and making it like very simple for people who are non-tech guys to understand. And I think I got to learn a few things. I even got to learn what CSS is. I got to learn what JavaScript is. And you know what? I was feeling like a tech test. You know what I'm talking about? So like that's his own target. Like his own target of not people that want to know about tech, for non-techies that want to know about tech. So just simplifying all those technical jargons for us. Also, that's his own target. That's like a perfect example of target agency. It would have been bad if I said, oh, I want to target people within the age bracket of 8 or within the age bracket of 20 to 35. That's like really bad targeting. That would have worked like centuries ago, but in the world that we are in, that can no longer work. Trust me. So third one, like I said earlier, is know your target audience. So the fourth thing, this is very important. What are going to be your brand elements? So let's say, for example, I'll give an example. There's this lady, Josh Daniels. Yes, she has a good personal brand. She's all about she's an event host. She's all about creating a better Nigeria and everything. And then one of our brand elements is our color, and that is green. Like for every post you see an element of green in what she's wearing. Even for her clothes, for the post she's making, for you always see an element of green. So our own way or our own brand element. A good example is Celeb King. Celeb King too does all his videos in black and white. That is his own way of differentiating himself from every other person. That's his own brand element. Do you understand? For example, for some other people it can be Tiger. So for example, I know that Coty usually have this Tiger. I don't know whether I know Coty. She's a content creator and a filmmaker. So she usually have this a tiger on our channel one. And that's my own example of a brand element. Your logo is your brand element, your tagline is your brand element. So don't mistake your brand elements for a personal brand. The fact that you have all those things does not in any way mean that you already have a personal brand. What defines a personal brand is you and your story. Those are the two very important things. So don't forget the creative content that we mentioned earlier. So yes, your brand elements. What do you look like? How do you want to speak? How do you want to communicate? How are you going to communicate? For example, when you can be watching a video and you just know that, oh, this video is from cut it because this is she edits, or this video is from Sam King because this is the way he talks, or this video is from, or this writer is from social media or gap because this is the way she writes. Like have something that is just only you that can do that. There's something that would differentiate you from every other person. It can be your tagline. For example, mine is conquering the world a story at a time. That's something I'm going to be saying. I'm going to be repeating my messages. Even on my posts on LinkedIn, I always put at the end of every post, I put, "Hi, I am Tenacious Precious, and I am conquering the world a story at a time," or "I'm building great brands a story at a time." Just have like something that you know that you want everybody to associate with your name. Do you understand? Very, very important. Then it's very important to build a social media presence good because like we are already in digital age. Trust me. People have said that have predicted that soon when you want to get a job, you don't even need to submit a CV. Now, how do you just submit a LinkedIn profile or a social media profile to you to know whether you are a good fit for the job? So trust me, social media is not going anywhere anytime soon. So ensure that you make good use of it. Build a strong presence online, create content, push out something every time, even if it is once every week or twice every week or 3 times every week. Choose something that's convenient for you. If you are creating content on YouTube, do that and like focus on that and focus on it um fully. So people think that oh when they have social media presence online, that's everything about building a brand or building a personal brand. But it's very, very important that online presence reflects how you are in person. Don't go and build a personal brand that is way different from you because like when people meet you in person, like it will not just connect. So let's ensure that there's similarity or there's there's similarity between your online presence, who you are online, and who you are physically, so that people will see when they see you online, they'll be like, oh, this person is actually the same person physically as she is online. So it's very important that you do that. And but being a personal brand is not just restricted to the online space. Ensure that you also be the personal brand physically in the way you communicate with your people. Let's be consistent. The way you talk, let's be consistent. Because it's very consistency is very, very important when you're building a personal brand. You have to be consistent in your messaging, consistent in how you in your brand elements, consistent in how you speak, consistent in how you communicate, consistent in everything basically that has to do with your brand. It's also very important that you network and collaborate with people. Collaborate with other creatives. Don't see people as competition. Collaborate with other people in your sphere or your industry. Like that's like the new cool. Collaboration is the new cool. Everybody is collaborating with each other. So it's very important to like take advantage of this too. And I think I mentioned this consistency. Consistency is very key. There's no way that you want to be a personal brand and then you're not consistent. Consistent in your messaging, consistent in how you speak, consistent in your colors, consistent in your brand elements, consistent in how you do your videos. Like if there's consistency, people will not be able to associate those things, those brand elements to you or to your brand. So it's very, very important. So it requires a constant effort. And once you are being consistent, it's very important that you evaluate your brand. So as you are growing, like you might notice that oh, I need to tweak this about my profile, or I need to change the direction of my content on YouTube. I need to change the direction of my content on Instagram. A good example is I have to remember her name. She's now a travel content creator. It's Alma Asinobi. Alma Asinobi is like she's a content creator too, and she's do marketing and branding. Yes, she's doing tech marketing and brand. That's what she is into. But she was doing I can't remember the content she was doing. I've not forgotten. But like earlier in 2020, she was doing a particular kind of content. But in 2022, sorry, 2022, 2021, she transitioned into travel content. So she was doing travel vlogs, travel content, everything like surrounding travel. So she was able to travel because we are like, this is I think this particular niche that I was in has reached its peak. Now I want to diversify. Now I want to go into another brand. So like and when she moved into travel and content creating, like it was still very serious because she already built a very strong personal brand on what she was creating before. And trust me, building a personal brand is very, very important. It's like it opens a lot of doors for you. You can even make money from it. But that's like another topic for another day, basically. Then seek feedback is very, very important. As you are building a personal brand, ask people what kind of content, what do you think of this content? Let me know. Like for example, I have a friend that I always like literally, she's like my she's like my editor because like any post I'm putting out either on LinkedIn or Instagram or YouTube, I was like running through oh, what do you think about this? What do you think about this content? Do you think it's nice? Do you think I'm communicating well? Do you think it is do you think I should structure the sentence better and everything? Like she's always correct thing and say, oh, let's do like this instead. So it's very important that you seek feedback from your friends, people that you are close to, people that you know you can that knows how to, like basically people that you are close to, so that you can always learn. Because trust me, you will not figure out everything at once. It's never possible. You cannot. It will take time, it take process. So it's good that you learn, take lessons as you go on your journey of your personal brand. It's very, very important. And yeah, so personal branding is very important. Like I said earlier, it helps you stand out, it helps you grow, it opens a lot of opportunities for you. And even if you're looking at career life or being a 9 to 5 or doing a 9 to 5, it actually opens doors for you. It gives you more leverage, it gives you more talking power if it's something like that. So when you are in a room, you know, people really know that, oh, this lady is authority in this particular industry. So whatever she's saying is actually facts. So those are the things to know when you're building a personal brand. So remember, if you don't get anything today, just know that you should not limit your personal brand to your online presence. Very, very important. Don't say, oh, I'm building a brand online and if neglect your physical brand presence. What do you bring to the table? What do people know you for? What are you associated with? What are your strengths? Let people be able to like see that you when they see physically and online when they see it too. And then it's really important, like in one the personal brand, is to know when to bow out, know when to leave the stage, know when you know that, oh, I've shined enough. I'm sorry, I have shown enough, and it's time for me to leave the stage. Know when to bow out. It's like so. Why am a person? But enough people are good in a particular niche. Let's say, for example, fashion industry. None is coming to my head. No fashion person is coming to my head. But let's say that you are big in fashion. You are beautiful personal brand. Know when to leave that industry and just like live a mellow life, because it will be bad if you are living that industry with a very negative thing associated with your name. For example, if you are living with you did a or if they force you out of the market. Let's say, for example, if you are a fashion person and they have built a successful brand for over 40 years, and then mistakenly you release a fashion line that was basically a disaster, and everything, then you have to leave the stage. Like you have to just like stop. You have to like kind of damage your name. That's like the worst way to leave the industry. Always leave on a good note. So know that, oh, I have gone through this enough. I have built a personal brand enough. Now it's time for me to leave the stage. Now it's time for me to get down and not do any other thing again. Do you understand? So always know when to bow out. Always know that, oh, my time has come to an end, because seriously, whatever is alive will surely die. That's one thing that should get into your skull. Whatever is alive will die. So even if your personal brand, this will come to a point where it will start declining. So don't wait for it to decline. Live at the peak. You will know when you get there. And you figure it out when you get there. So always live on a good note. Do not live on a balance. Even when you're going to stop, when you know that you're done with that particular niche, always live on a very high note. Do you understand? Think one in Orange Academy, somebody was giving us our father was giving us an example of someone that left on a good note. So she was a very big person in the fashion industry, and then at a point we stopped seeing her content and everything. So just now just living a mellow life in a very quiet area. I was just consulting. She's not really more. She's not more on the stage doing a lot of fashion, doing a lot of fashion wear and everything. She's just doing more of consulting. You get, because she already knew that, oh, this is the perfect time for me to leave the stage. Do you understand? So that's like very, very important in building a personal brand. Then yeah, I think I've mentioned everything I want to say. Just know that I'm going to do a quick recap of everything that I've said so that you do not forget. So first things first, personal branding is simply perception, how people see you. And the beautiful thing is that it can actually shape how you see how people see you by the content you release, by how you communicate, by the story you tell to people. So that's how you shape the perception about you. So very, very important. And then personal brand is made up of two things. I like to call it the personal brand cocktail. The personal brand cocktail, majorly of two things. The first one is you, because trust me, you are unique, you are different, you are not like any other person. God did not make you to be this person as somebody else. You are very unique, you are different from people. So that's that. Know that you are important, you are unique, and you bring your own spice to the table. You bring your own flavor. A lot of people say that. Trust me, I actually am of the school of thought that there's no new thing under the sun. There's no new idea. There's no innovative idea. There's no creative idea. It's the person that is using the idea that makes it creative. So for example, you can see for example, someone might release a video content on on food, and then see another person releasing that same exact video content, but in a different way, because you know what, the person is just different. The person does things differently, and trust me, no two persons can come up with the same way of executing an idea. They come up with the same idea, but the way of execution might be very different. So that is why you to know yourself, you have to do a lot of introspection. You have to do a lot of reflection. You have to do a lot of reflecting to know you and know yourself well. Because it's only when you know yourself that you need to build a very strong personal brand. That's that. And the second thing you need to know, I said the creative cocktail. First thing, you and something is the story. What story are you telling? Very, very important. See that what story do I want to tell? Or who do I want to imitate in the industry? Because trust me, taking people's idea is not bad. If you are very still like an artist, you know that it is not bad. It is you, it is not the idea you're stealing, it is technique behind the idea. Don't get me wrong. It is the technique behind the idea that you're stealing, or the thought process behind the idea that you're stealing, and not the idea. Don't copy and paste. That's like the worst way to steal. That's like copy and pasting. You understand? Always look at the techniques behind the idea that you've got. Do you understand? It's very, very important. So know yourself and know the story you want to tell. What story do you want to tell? And trust me, once you know those two things, you're going to go your way to creating a beautiful personal brand, a solid personal brand, a brand that will attract the right set of people, that will open doors for you, that will ensure that you grow, and that will ensure that it builds credibility and trust in that particular niche industry that you are in. So, like I said earlier, you don't necessarily have to start with a particular niche. Try out different things. Trust me, you're young, bro. You can do any things you want to do. Try out everything. Don't be too limited to one thing. I remember on my YouTube channel when I was starting out, I was starting out as a public speaker, so I was creating content of public speaking and communication. But gradually, I started going into more of storytelling, basically everything about storytelling from my own lens. How do I view the world? How do I view the world? And that's what I've even actually been doing it better than my public speaking content. So it's very important that you know when to move to another niche, and know when you know when to test the waters. Do you understand? It's very, very, very important. So I think that's everything that I'll be saying today on personal branding. Let me know what you think in the comments section. I'd like to know what you learned or what I take home from this. So yeah, I think I am done. And hi, I am Tenacious Precious. I am conquering the world, a story at a time. Thank you very much. I was talking too fast because I tend to talk too fast sometimes.
Okay. Like I have really, really enjoyed myself here. I have so enjoyed myself here. And I know that yeah, everyone who has joined so they've had nothing short of an amazing time here. I have also learned
Yes.
my yeah, I also have my take home things I would also improve on my business and personal branding. And this session is so amazing, so amazing. And yeah, the replay available. The replay is already available. So make sure you do so. Thank you so much, Precious. I mean, you are just the right person for this. This is your field, and I love the passion with which you really expressed it, and it's actually that yeah, this is what you do. This is your life, and it was just a very very amazing session. Very amazing session. Very very. I also love the fact that you talked about you bringing your own uniqueness because we all have different strengths. You knowing what works best for you, and then you having your target audience. The fact that you said not everybody will be your target audience is actually very strong because some people just believe that okay, everybody is my target audience, but then that is actually not it. You need to like be so specific with your with defining who you are actually serving, right? And this is actually a very amazing session. I'm very sure that tomorrow to be nothing short of being amazing. So right now, I would like to take questions. Let me see if anyone here has any question. Okay, I have a question actually. Okay, I think no one has a question. So let me ask my question. Now, I know that we had different people, right? And one of the issues that may arise is the person saying, "Ah, I don't know how to talk. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to put myself out there. I am always shy." What can you say to introverts? Because I feel that it is better for people, let me say it's better for extroverts, people to for extroverts to actually express themselves out there, putting themselves out there on social media, telling people, "Oh, this is who I am, this is what I do, this is this." But then how reserved. What advice would you give them concerning their business and personal branding, and how to actually push themselves out there and let the world know the value in them?
Okay, so the first thing that I would say, or just that I need to know is that introversion and extroversion does not in any way equate to shyness. So the fact that you are introverted doesn't mean that you're shy. Because you can be an extrovert and still be a very shy person. Do you understand? So it is not when you're saying I'm introverted, it just means that the way you taking information is different. Like you like to sit down and just think things through with yourself, and you gain energy from being alone. While extroverts they gain energy from being with people. So that's like the difference. That's the core difference. So introversion does not necessarily or does not in any way mean shyness or does not in any way mean timidity at all. So take that off first. And then to me, I feel like introverts actually make the best content creators or actually make the best people with the best personal brands because you know they do a lot of introspection. And I mentioned earlier that for you to build a solid personal brand, you have to know yourself and know yourself well. Most introverts are more self-aware because they spend a lot of time with themselves. They think they know their strengths, they know their weaknesses, they know how they want to do things. So I'm not of the school of thought that believes that introversion is shyness. But for people that are shy, let's not address those set of people. When you are sick, trust me, I think I used to be very scared or shy of putting myself out there. I used to be like, oh, what will people think? How people see me? What people say that I'm putting my face too much in people's too much. People say that what am I trying to be? What am I? I was just like thinking, overthinking things. I remember when I was creating content on Instagram, somebody was like, "Oh, that who am I to be sharing content on Instagram because I've not been through what all this." It was like it does not think I'm the best person yet to be sharing content on Instagram because what I was doing was that I'll share my personal experience and I'll give people like people tips on how I handle that thing. Let's say, for example, I got talked over in my office, or when I was talking to somebody telling me rudely, and I did not know what to say. I'll create a content on that and say, "Oh, this is how you can overcome, or how you can handle situations where somebody interrupts you or somebody talks over you." That's what I was doing type of content, and then this was like, "What am I to do that type of thing?" And trust me, I felt down. Like I not create content for like 2 months or a month because I was like, "Really, I'm nothing. Like I don't know." But see, don't mind this set of people. Don't let those that thing get into your head. You have to be confident. Trust me. See, you have to be able to. Nobody will blow your trumpet for you. That's true. Nobody will say, nobody will praise you as much as you praise yourself. So blow your
Nobody is
trumpet.
blow
Let people know what you are
your
capable.
first for you. Yeah.
Very true. Nobody will blow your trumpet for. Let people know what you are capable of doing. And show people because that's what will open doors for you. When people see that, oh, you can do this. For example, see, my first job I ever got was because I was creating content on Instagram and I was in 300 level. I think I was in 300 level, yes, first semester. I was creating content on Instagram and somebody said, "Oh, you know what? You're doing well. Come and create content for me it was a tech company. Someone was like, "Oh, let me come and create content for me for my Instagram, for my page." And I was like, if I've not been creating content, how would I have gotten the job? How would I be able to take care of myself? Because I would actually not I don't like depending on my parents too much. I believe in independence. So I was like, I always wanted to like have my own money, spend my own money and everything. So I was like, if I did not start creating content, pushing myself out there, how would I have gotten that job? There's no way I would have gotten that job. Also, I had an interview yesterday and how they find me on LinkedIn because I've been creating content on LinkedIn. So it's very, very important that you create blow your trumpet. Nobody will blow your trumpet for you. Sit down and think about it. Why do I need to be on LinkedIn? Like, or why do I need to have a personal brand? Write it down so that when you see it, have a strong why. So that when you see it, you remind yourself every time. I remember when I felt like I can't do school any longer. I felt like school was not need. I did not need school again because I was really tired of university life and everything. I had to sit down with myself. I took a pen and paper. I was writing down why is school important to me. Oh, school is important to me so that I can open doors for me. I wrote this specific like I wrote down things that school will actually help me do, and that kind of reignited my passion for school and for the course I was doing. It's very, very important that you take that shyness out of your head. Take that. Nobody can blow your trumpet the way you do. So take that thing out of your head. Say that you are confident. Push out something. Push out something. And very important that you don't push out things to get. when you push out things, don't push out things to get a lot of likes, because sometimes that can be discouraging, because at first you might not get a lot of likes on your videos and everything, but you can be very lucky and get a lot of likes and comments and engagement on your posts. Do you get, like, I think for me when we launched my YouTube channel, like I got a lot of engagement and I was so shocked and surprised. Do you get? But it might not be as lucky as that, but just be consistent. A good example is someone that can never wait. Tauma, God, that kid has taught me resilience. That I'm sure that Tauma might not actually be so much of an extrovert, because first of all she's from a Muslim background and everything, so they might have thought her to be prim and proper, to do a certain way. But she was like, no, this is what she wants to do. She wants to have a personal brand and build something beautiful out of it. And she was consistent. That is a definition of consistency, tenacity, and resilience. She was like, she kept on creating content back to back. And then I was not surprised that she grew that fast, because she was creating content. Do you get that? So take that shyness out of your head. Tell yourself you can do it. Be consistent in releasing content. Don't be too bothered about, oh, I'm not getting as much engagement as I want to get. See, there's one time you shall blow. Just know that. It might not be now, it might not be next month, but that day will surely come. So get that shyness out of your head. I know that introversion does not in any way equate to shyness or timidity. It does not. The fact that you're an extrovert is even a the fact that you're an introvert, sorry, is even a plus for you, because introverts they build the best personal brands. Trust me. I think I've answered the question.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so thank you so much. You actually did justice to that. You did justice to that. And I love the fact that you said introverts are people who have more self-aware, that people who think more. So there are people who are even better at creating content, or it's called expressing themselves, because they have more time, internalizing, understanding who they really are. And I love the fact that he said introversion is different from shyness, right? You can be an introvert and not shy. You can be an extrovert and maybe shy. And I really love that. And if I not blow your sorry, so no one else can blow your trumpet like you. So you just have to blow your trumpet and let people know what you are and who you are and what you are doing. I really love that. I love that. Thank you so much. And today has been an awesome and splendid time. And tomorrow we'll have our other session. Okay. I don't think there's any other questions. Thank you so much, Tenacious Precious. Do want to
You're
follow
welcome.
Precious on Instagram as Tenacious Precious. Yeah, our YouTube
And
also.
LinkedIn
Your
too.
YouTube channel was already
Mm-hmm.
tagged in the description.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, and LinkedIn. What's your yeah? Your
I do
LinkedIn,
look
sorry, your
precious.
YouTube channel was tagged in the description so that it's okay. So
Okay.
that it's easy for people to click on it and then go straight to your channel. Then for yeah, Precious too. So make sure you follow Precious and then make sure you go there and just consume things. You would really, really love them. And then they would actually inspire you to also put yourself out there and let the world know the value you are made of. So please make sure you make use of all what you have heard today. You want to go to the replay to get every bit of the information and know that the most important thing is for you to act. As from today, start from your status, from your Instagram page, just post something. Let people begin to know who you are, what you are made of. And then the more consistent you are, the more professional you put yourself out there, opportunities will come. You begin to get connected to people who actually matter to you. So please, your business and your personal brand is in your hands. And make sure you do it and make the best of it. And make sure you make the best of social media and also social media platforms because they are there for you. Thank you so much, Precious. It was so nice having you here, and we can't wait to have you tomorrow. So make sure you have an amazing weekend. Make sure you enjoy yourself and success in your exam, in your projects, and everything you are doing. Thank you so much for us, and we are going to have you tomorrow. Please don't forget that we will
Okay.
continue with the video creation session. We'll continue with the video creation session tomorrow. session. We'll continue with our business and best tomorrow evening by 7 p.m. Okay, so nice having you here. I am Ibukunluwa. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you put on the notification bell. Follow us on our Instagram and Facebook pages at Redefined Teens. And make sure you invite someone. Please, this conference is not yet over. Invite your friends. Don't let them miss out on all these amazing and good things that are happening here. Don't let them miss this. Invite them and let us all tour together. 2023 is definitely going to be an amazing year. For those who are ready, right? So please make sure you are. And this is me saying, have an amazing weekend, rest, do the things you need to do, and yeah, never forget God. Till next time when we come your way, take good care of yourself.